This video is for tips on practicing the bar chord and is for students who are just learning how to play the bar chord. I think the best way to just start playing a bar is by playing one finger at a time and just playing just a few strings at a time. So a bar chord in guitar is where you have one finger that covers multiple strings. Doesn't have to be all the strings at once, but you'll drape your finger across the strings. Other fingers will fret other notes, but you're usually always going to be your pointer finger that plays across multiple strings. Let's see a bit of a better angle there. So I think the best way to start it is just to start on the 5th fret here, and you can go even higher if you want. Higher on the neck, it'll be easier because the fret's a little smaller and just less tension towards the middle of the guitar. So you can start off around the 5th fret and just see if you can get your pointer finger on both the E and the B string. And you can see that my finger, it looks like I'm on top of the 5th fret, but you notice if I go right above the 5th fret, it's kind of muffled. So rather, it's directly behind it. You can still touch that fret, but you don't want to be right on top of it because then it starts to get muffled. Then you can fall to the next fret. So put your pointer finger down on the 5th string, the 5th fret, and cover the B and the E string. And just play both of those notes one at a time. Start with the 2nd string, and then go to the 1st string, and just play them, let them ring out. Let them ring out until you can't hear it anymore. Then if you need to get a rest, and then just try it again, and then you can strum them both at the same time. And I'm kind of keeping my hand down here just so you can see. But when you're playing guitar, you want to have your hands above the frets. But I'm going like this just so you can see. Okay, and then once you got both of those, then add a string. So you're doing 3 strings now. And repeat, just go up through the strings one at a time. Let the notes ring out, then try strumming them all 3. And then we're just going to repeat the process. Go to the 4th string. These are a lot harder because they're catching kind of this part of your finger. And, you know, if you just look at your finger kind of has a natural arch to it. So there's kind of like a dead spot in your finger where you kind of have to flatten it out a little more. And then same goes for the 5th string. I'm trying to get my hand out of the way so you can see. But naturally, you want to have your hand just regular above the frets, above the neck. And then even do it with all 6 strings. And then if that's no problem for you, then try doing a full bar chord. This is, an F shape, a full F shape, or an E shape. E and F shape are basically the same, just depends on what fret you're on. But this chord is the same shape. The notes are different, but it's the same exact shape. It's a 6-string bar chord. So if I was to do that on the 5th string, it's 5, 7, 7, 6 with the middle. 5, 7, 7, 6 with the middle on the 3rd string, and then with this part of your finger, you'll cover the 1st string. So that's the full bar chord, a full 6-string bar chord. It's also good to practice doing a bar with your pinky, because that is something that you will end up doing from time to time. Not all 6 strings, which is pretty difficult, but 3 strings, 4 strings. I don't think you would do any more than 4 strings, because I've done 3. Sometimes even I'll do, if I'm playing electric, my pinky will do barring if I'm doing. But you can easily throw your ring finger in there too. So I was trying to think. I don't really do too much barring with the middle finger, but I do barring with my pinky and ring finger. They're not as many strings, but as the pointer finger, like pointer finger should be prepared to do 6 strings, but pinky and ring shouldn't go more than 4. But you do end up using those from time to time. So I would practice that. If you want to do middle, I don't see the harm in it, but you don't need to focus on it too much. Last important note is you want to be warmed up when you do this. This shouldn't be the first thing you do. Let your hand, go through your other exercises. And I actually think if you're not able to do a bar chord, this should probably be one of the last things that you do in your practice session. So after you've done all your scales, songs, exercises, arpeggios, whatever you're practicing on, at the end, if you still got some energy and your hand's not totally burnt out, try to do the bar chord. I remember when I was young, I tell all my students, I remember one day I was just trying to do that F chord right here. I was just trying to get all 6 strings, and I would just try it for like a week straight, and I couldn't get it. And then one day I was able to do it. And as I've read that once you do some hard task, whether it's music making or, archery or whatever type of hobby you have, you will gain accessibility, and you will gain that ability by having a night's rest. If you practice really hard, sleep on it, then try it the next day, chances are that you'll probably be able to do whatever was giving you trouble the day before. So make sure you're a little warmed up. Don't practice this for a super long time, but it is a good thing to practice, because once you are able to do the bar, you can basically play every song that there is, and I really do mean that. Okay, see ya.